Well, good day. I am Dr. Michael Hartley, a non-medical type of doctor. I operate on business. And today, when we look at your business, we're going to be focusing on something called the emotional cycles of change. You see, the emotional cycles of change are something that every person, especially every business owner, goes through. You see, there's a few basic elements in it. And what happens is when we have clarity around what the emotional cycles of change actually are, we can then go do something proactively with them. We can prepare ourselves for the path that we have ahead of us. So, when I opened up my first business years ago, and I was a videographer. I was really good at doing the job of the business. I could shoot video, I could do cinematography, I understood lighting, I understood audio, I understood how to compose a scene, all of those kind of things. I was great at the job. I was horrible as a business owner. I had no idea what I was doing to build an actual business. You see, most business owners have never really done sales before, have never really done marketing before, have never really created systems for their own team before. And so when we jump into business ownership, there's all sorts of elements that we've never experienced, especially as we grow, if that's the goal. And there is a point of distinction. Are you looking to own a job or are you looking to own a business? Those are two very different things. And for me, I owned a job. That was not the goal. That was not the intention. And yet that's what took place. I owned a job and I failed. I failed at building a business. And so I had to start to seek out individuals to help guide me. And one of the things that you start to understand is that as someone who is entrepreneurial in spirit, just because you open up a business does not make you an entrepreneur. There are steps to become an entrepreneur. Now, we'll come back to that at a later date. For today, just understand that just opening up a business makes you self-employed. Opening up a business where everyone reports to you makes you a manager. You're not an entrepreneur until you have multiple businesses running without you. So I was entrepreneurial in spirit, and yet I was self-employed. I owned a job. And what happens is we see this thing, we go, oh, you know what? It would be great. It'd be awesome to own a business, to start up, to be able to be my own boss, all those kind of things, whatever your reasoning is to open up your business. And that's called uninformed optimism. Man, that idea is great. I think I could totally do that. Man, the possibilities are endless. That's phenomenal. Then what happens is we actually go and begin to do it, and we get into informed pessimism. Informed pessimism is where it's like, oh, this is a bit harder than I thought. This is not what I thought it was going to be. Way harder, actually. Then we get to what's called the valley of despair, the third stage in the cycles of change. And the valley of despair is where most people quit. This is where it's, oh man, this is so much harder than I thought. There's no way I can do this. There's absolutely no way I can do this. And so they quit. And then they look and they go, oh, you know what? But there's another idea right there. Well, you know what? That seems a little bit easier. I think I could go do that. And you start to go through this cycle. Now you're back into informed optimism. Oh, I think I could do that. Oh, well, shoot, this is harder than I thought too. Man, I don't think I can do this. This is harder. I think I'm going to fail at this. Well, oh, there's another one. That seems better. I could totally do that one. Let me jump over there. And so as individuals who are entrepreneurial in spirit, you end up going through this cycle nonstop. And what separates those that succeed from those that don't, one of the elements at least, is the willingness and ability to push through the valley of death, the valley of despair, and actually get to informed optimism. Informed optimism is when we get to the point where we go, okay, you know what? This is in fact harder than I anticipated, and I can still do it. Maybe it's going to take others pouring into me. Maybe I need to go learn some stuff. Maybe I need to work differently. Maybe I need to think differently. Maybe who I am as an individual, I need to become somebody different. I need to become the owner that my business requires of me to be successful. You see, bursting through the valley of despair into informed optimism allows you to be real with what you have going on. And those that are able to get to informed optimism of this is way harder than I anticipated, and yet I can still do this, they succeed. They succeed far greater than anybody because they understand the path that they must travel forward to get to their destination. And then they get to success. And you see, once you've gotten through those cycles successfully once, every time you go through them again, you will understand the path. And while there may be nuances that are unique to each time that you go through this cycle, chances are that you'll be able to walk through more confidently and more confidently and more confidently every single time until you do become that investor level. And when you do become that entrepreneur with multiple businesses running without you, where you're investing into others and now you can begin to guide them because you've been through that journey and they have not. And you can push them through and you can guide them through how they can push themselves through and those kind of things, because the difference between I want and I will is intention. So where are you at in the cycle of change? For some, you go through it once a year. For some, you go through it once a month. For some, you go through it multiple times every single day. You see, until you're sitting in the shoes of being a business owner, you don't understand what fully it's like to be a business owner the first time. When you have a team of people and you're like, I don't know if I'm making payroll next week. I am unsure how we're actually going to move this thing forward. Those thoughts start to creep in more and more and more because there's a whole lot more pressure on you than you've ever anticipated. So understand the cycle. Reach out to individuals who can guide you through it, who have been through it before, and get to that level of success that you desire. I'm Dr. Michael Hartley. I'm here to elevate your business and enhance your lifestyle. Make it a great day.